Hello there, my name is Valerie White-Williams, and today I'm talking about the earth signs. So the earth signs tend to be very grounded, very focused, and like I said before, if you've heard me talk about the earth signs, the air signs, the elements, each of the elements shares what we call cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And that kind of helps you understand a bit how these elements show up in your chart within the different planetary systems and all the things that we talk about. So this is kind of for beginners, so you can really understand the elements of the earth in astrology. So I'm going to start with the cardinal. Now, cardinal takes action. It initiates the new cycle. And then the fixed holds the energy. And then the mutable breaks things down. So with the earth energy, it's all about, it's grounded. There's a groundedness. Earth, the plants, the pasture, because astrology has been around for a long time, and it used to be that everybody were farmers pretty much. People grew crops or they lived off the land. So the power of the earth is very strong and very powerful. So we're going to start with this first cardinal sign, which is Capricorn. Now, the cardinal signs always initiate the new season. It's like a new beginning. So Capricorn is cardinal earth. And Capricorn is known for being practical. It's the sign of the mountain goat, and the mountain goat climbs carefully up the mountains, and you can see pictures on the internet of these mountain goats, like they're just barely on, just standing on that ground. And so they are persistent and they take action. Like, I'm going to climb this and I'm not going to stop. Which is interesting. I talked about Aries. Aries is also cardinal. Aries takes action, but it's that fire. Whoosh, impulsive. Capricorn is not impulsive at all. It takes action, but Capricorn has that earth energy. And that earth energy is holding that energy, taking action, but there's a cautiousness about it. And not like they're not going to do it, but they're going to have everything in place before they shift. It's not like they're cautious, like I don't want to do it or I'm not concerned. It's about, okay, I'm going to make my move when I have all my ducks in a row and I have all my plans in place, and I'm going to take action. I'm going to take action with the earth. And so Capricorn energy tends to be very action oriented. They'll say, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to make that decision. We're going to start this, and then we're going to back it up with the facts. We're going to back it up with the structure that we know will be successful. Because no Capricorn is going to be like Aries. They're not going to jump in before they're thinking. They're only going to jump in and make a shift when all the pieces are in place. That they're still taking action. They're going to take action to create something, often a business, or create another new structure that's physical minded. So Capricorns are very powerful. Now, sometimes people think Capricorns are stick in the muds and they're just always thinking about math or figures, or they're kind of boring because, they're too practical. But not to the Capricorns. Capricorns can be huge drivers of business and creating new structures that really serve us all. So that's Capricorn, cardinal earth. Now we're going to move to the fixed energy. And the fixed energy in the earth signs is Taurus. Now the fixed energies are usually in between the cardinal signs and also the mutable signs. So with Taurus, when Taurus is out, we are in the prime springtime. All the plants are growing, the fruit trees are starting to bud. We have all these beautiful flowers. The earth smells like spring. And the sign of Taurus, which is fixed earth, is the bull. And the bull is just in the earth, enjoying the great spring, all the smells, all the potential of the earth, and you're holding this energy that is passionate and strong. Now, the thing about Taurus is they do have a reputation of being stubborn, because they just want to lay in this garden and just smell all the smells and just be in that full lusciousness. Taurus is also very sensuous. They really enjoy the earth and the earthy delights, which includes food and smells and sensuality. They are in the moment with the earth and all that abundant earth of Taurus, and bringing all this future time in the spring. Everything is so beautiful and there's a glorious display, and they love that. All the smells, the taste, the wind on your face, that's really powerful. And Taurus, the thing is that they can be stubborn, but they can be so loyal and very sensuous and very holding this beautiful energy of the earth and her beauty and her strength. And it's just this glorious time to experience the world and all of it, the fruits, everything. It's just a huge feast on the earth. And Taurus is all about that, all about exploring all of the sensual pleasures and holding that energy, and very, very loyal and very strong. So that's Taurus. That's the fixed earth. Can you see the differences between that? Because the earth has different qualities based on cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So now we're going to go to the mutable sign in the earth, and that is Virgo. So with Virgo, we're coming at the end of the summer season and we're preparing to the fall. Now, Virgo is mutable earth. Now, when we think of Virgo, right now in the modern times, a lot of people are preparing to go back to school. They're finishing up their vacations, they're going to buy school clothes, school supplies, meeting the teachers, getting on board for that next school year. But in the times when we were all farmers, it's a time of the harvest. It's the early harvest. In fact, most of the harvest is going to be mostly done during Virgo. And then what people would do, because they didn't have refrigeration, they would preserve all that food. So Virgo is somewhat considered the kind of fussy, because they are taking care of a lot of things. You can see when we look at the older agricultural norms that Virgo season was a very important season, and it was really tied to living through the winter, is growing the food, harvesting it, preserving it, putting it away so we can survive. And we're getting ready for the fall season. And when fall comes, it's starting to get cold and you're not going to be outside as much. And so that's where Virgo is. Virgo puts things together. They clean things up, they organize things. So we're taking that earth energy and we're storing it, putting it together, and then letting go of what we don't want. Because Virgo is very much of an organizer. It's really about fitness and health. And so that's what Virgo is. It is taking care of the harvest, putting things so we can focus on the next season. And so Virgos tend to be very analytical. They have the mind that they can sort things out. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to get rid of that. We are making a shift and a change. And we are going to go into the season, the fall season, with this huge harvest put away so we can prepare for the next season and be safe. So Virgo can be, there's some misconceptions of Virgo. People think that Virgo is prissy. That is not the case. They might be finicky. They might be fussy about who they want to be a partner with, but they are certainly not. They're not. All the earth signs are earthy in every way. So that is a total misconception. Virgo is just finicky. There's a sense of putting things together and knowing what you want to keep and knowing what you don't. And so that sorting energy of Virgo is great, because here's the deal. I'm talking about the seasons because that's how the astrology wheels go. But when it comes to your life, the Virgos are the ones that are easy to sort and clean and make things work better. That's the whole point. We're going to clean things up, take care of the things that haven't been taken care of. We're going to change some systems around because they're not working. We're going to create some new systems that are going to be better for our organization. So that's Virgo. All earthy signs, totally different energies when we consider this cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So when you go take a look at your chart, take a look at how many earth signs you have in your chart. Now, earth signs can tend to be sometimes not very energetic, but sometimes they can, because that mutable energy is going to be a little bit more energetic, changing, because mutable energy is changing. So take a look at your earth signs and take stock on how grounded and earthy they are, because we need all the signs. There is no good and bad. I think it's really ridiculous when people say, oh, Scorpios are bad, or Virgos are prissy. You know what? There's multiple signs in all the planetary systems. So we're all a combination of all these things. You know, even the sun sign is not the be all. It's only one portion of your astrology chart. But the more earth signs you have, the more grounded and down to earth you probably are as well. So take a look at your chart. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Does this make sense to you? Please let me know how many earth signs you have in your planetary wheel. I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. All right, take care. And I want to let you know of my free passion projects on Facebook. The first one is YouTube Success Strategies, and that's where I'm coaching people on how to be successful on YouTube, because it's not only about only making quality content. There's a little bit more involved. And also the other group is called Creative Soul Alignment, and that's where people are interested in creativity and spirituality, because we are creating our life every day with the decisions that we make. I don't know if you've thought about that. And also, we are spiritual. And I should have said, if you haven't guessed it, I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. So that's where my earth energy is in the Virgo. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.